Welcome to the first episode of Beyond the Bestseller. I'm Kelly Schuknecht, and this podcast is my passion project, let's say. I have this dream of bringing women together to talk about their experiences and about the book that they've written, and using that as a way to inspire women who are also looking to do something different, whether that be leaning in their careers or starting a new business, writing a book to promote their business, whatever that looks like. I want to inspire women in the workplace and inspire women to do more than they thought they could do. I picked the title Beyond the Bestseller because for me, having worked with authors, I know that a lot of authors dream of publishing a book and becoming a millionaire or selling a million copies or whatever that looks like. But for a lot of people, writing a book is about getting their message out. So the women that I am bringing on to the show may have written a book to promote their business, to promote their personal brand, or to share some sort of message that they want to get out into the world. And it isn't really about reaching millions. It's about reaching that one person who needs to hear their message. And I'm hoping that's you. If you're here listening, I want these women's stories and the books that they're sharing to be inspirational, whatever part of the journey that you are on in your career. The reason I'm passionate about inspiring women is that I have had a very accidental professional career. I never really had any aspirations of having much of a career. I never really thought much of it, but I found myself in a startup environment, behind the scenes, growing small businesses and growing into this very professional platform that I never really meant to, I never aspired to be there. I just found myself there. And I didn't feel supported. I didn't feel supported by many women in my life, especially or mainly around having kids. Nobody had any problem with me working until I had kids. And then I had a lot of pressure to stay home and to focus on my family rather than on a career. And I always leaned in my career, and I don't regret that. And I want other women to feel that type of support in whatever their career journey is, whether they are working because they have to or working because they want to, that they can make that choice to lean in their career and be supported by other women who get it. I didn't feel that way. And so I'm very passionate about supporting women who need that in their life. So the guests that I'm having on this podcast are all women, and they're women who have written a book to promote a business or to promote a message, but they are inspirational to us that they have stepped outside of their comfort zone, and they have done something that might scare us to death, but we can learn from their stories that we can also take that leap and grow something amazing. In these podcast interviews, I will be talking with these women about their book or their books, about what it was that made them take the leap into writing that book, what the message is that they want to share with the world, what they are doing out there in the world. Many of them have their own podcast, have their own personal brand, and we can follow along in their journey and learn from them, not just in this podcast episode, but in what they're doing online. And so I'm hoping that you will engage with them, follow them, buy their books and support them, but also use that as a way to learn and grow and focus on your own journey and what you want to accomplish. The women that I am having on this podcast are women that inspire me and that I know will inspire other women as well. They are women that I wish I would have been following and known about for the last 15 to 20 years of my career journey, but many of them I have just discovered recently in my research. And I think that for women at any stage in their career, it will be very inspirational to hear these women's stories and to follow along on their journeys. So if this sounds like something you need in your life, if you want to be inspired by other women, learn about some amazing books out there that you could be reading to help further your career, I hope that you will follow along on this podcast. You can subscribe anywhere you can listen to podcasts. I also have the videos available on YouTube. So you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch the videos if you're a video person. Some of the upcoming guests I have on this season are Kara Allwill, author of Girl Code and also Girl on Fire. And she has a number of other books. She's written, I think, 7 books so far. She's an amazing woman. I also have on Sandy Gerber, author of Emotional Magnetism, and Monica Parkin, author of Overcoming Awkward. Those are just a few of the upcoming guests, but they are all amazing women with amazing stories, and we will have so much to learn from them. So be sure to subscribe.
Looking for a community of women writers to support and inspire you on your journey? Join the Author Power Circle. Connect weekly with fellow authors, stay accountable, and move your book forward in an encouraging community. Learn more at kellyschuknecht.com.